Center Mall, guys. This part of the river that we're at is the famous shopping center, River Center. Built 1988 by the then owner of the San Francisco 49ers, Mr. Eduardo de Bartolo, or Edward de Bartolo. Built this place with over 1 million square feet of mall, not the largest or the fanciest. It's the only one with the San Antonio River and its food court, and that's where we're at right now. The food court of the mall. To the right-hand side, into the palm trees, you're going to see the statue of St. Anthony. San Antonio de Padua, the man, the individual, was born towards the ends of the 11th century in the country of Portugal. That country gave us that 9-foot bronze saint in 1968 for our World's Fair. The river and city bear the saint's name. San Antonio is visited by millions of people, and most people that come here will leave the city without ever realizing they've come to the second oldest municipality in North America, after St. Augustine, Florida. San Antonio was established 328 years ago, guys. It was founded, and it was made a city in 1718. Today, it's 301 years old. That explains why Siri can't pronounce half the streets, and Google Map will make it go around the same block about 4 times before it tells you you've arrived. There's nothing wrong with your beautiful little phone or your phone service. GPS simply doesn't work properly out here. That's because these city streets predate the country 58 years. Vehicles, 161. These streets were designed for people on foot, horseback, horse-drawn carriages, not actual motorized vehicles. Now, if anyone on board has been wondering if this river is natural or man-made, this is a natural river with 2 small man-made extensions. This river starts 3 miles north of downtown in the campus of the Incarnate Word University. The spring that feeds it is called the Blue Hoe. It cuts through the city and it goes 156 miles southeast, unites with the Guadalupe River, and end up in the Gulf of Mexico. Enters the Gulf north of Corpus Christi in an area called the San Antonio Bay. It's where this river ends up at the Gulf. To the left-hand side, we have the Hilton Palacio del Rio Hotel, the Hilton Palace of the River. We can find this hotel in the Guinness Books of World Records for being the fastest ever built at an amazing 202 working days by the company H.B. Sacred. Wow. How did they manage to get this built so fast? Well, they built the first 4 floors of it on site. At the same time, the 500 cubicle rooms are getting built 8 miles away. off of I-35 and Southwest Military Drive. The rooms were then brought in flatbed trailer trucks, fully furnished and stacked up on top of one another like Legos. You don't have to take my word for any of this. You can go to YouTube and watch the entire time-lapse video from start to finish of this hotel. 7 months. They made it look like kids play. Now the whole purpose of it getting built so fast was not just to break records. That was not it. It's because San Antonio 1968 hosted the World's Fair. And we didn't actually have enough rooms to even be considered for a fair. So something had to be done in a rush. So they built this so that we could qualify for that. We did not just qualify, we would break records in attendance. 7 million people would come to San Antonio in 4 months. The most attended World's Fair this country had seen, and it's seen several. A World's Fair in New York, Chicago, St. Louis, Seattle, Washington, but no one had ever seen a city this far south in the country host a World's Fair until San Antonio, 1968. Now, some of you on board have probably never been here before, but if you've seen the movie Miss Congeniality with the beautiful and talented, my ex-girlfriend Sandra Bullock, this was the stage she did the pageant scene, guys. This is where she would play that wine glass musical. This little bitty stage right here. In the movie.
Okay.
In the movie.
Okay.
I had to let her go. She wanted to spend too much time in Hollywood.
Oh.
I could never go right. I needed her here in San Antonio.
Yeah.
To the right-hand side coming up, we have the Briscoe Western Art Museum, a really good place to go to if you want to learn a little bit more about the evolution of the West, the whole cowboy experience, guys. This would be the place to go. I take it that by now a lot of us on board have taken notice of the trees, like the one here to my right. How old do you think this tree is, guys? This tree's about 600 years old.
Wow.
These are cypress trees. The majority of them are about 500 years. Now, let me explain something about the trees, guys. The Battle of the Alamo that we consider history occurred 183 years ago. These trees had been sitting here, where you see them right now, 300 years before the battle.
Wow.
This is a natural river, like I've been saying all along.
Natural. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Biologists who study the ecosystem of this river say that we have about 128 species of fish in the water. The ones that I recognize are carp, tilapia, perch, turtles, catfish, reaching lengths of about 4 feet. What we don't have out here is fishing. No fishing allowed. It's a $1,500 fine.
Wow.
Just take a look at this here to the right, guys. He just proposed to her. If I'm not mistaken, she's looking at that diamond rock he just gave her. Oh, how tender. They're going to hug and kiss for us now. Look, just look at that. Look at that, guys. Slow down, tiger. We need more lighting out here on the Riverwalk for those guys. You guys are not going to believe this. Out here on the Riverwalk, you can get married anywhere you like on the river, guys. And we see a lot of them. About 800 weddings along the San Antonio River each year. You know how many proposals we see out here? Between 300 and 400 a year. I've seen 3 proposals just today. Today's not considered one of these days to propose, but with that proposal, there's proposal number 4. I had already seen 3. That's number 4. Yes, ladies, I get off at 10. You can propose to me whenever you want. The building here to the left-hand side is the Tower Life building built back